Good afternoon. It's Kirsten Foss here with another Thursday Spa Business Break doing a Facebook Live. So I have been on a bit of a bandwagon talking about Facebook marketing because of Facebook's sweeping changes that they made, the announcement on February 11th. And that announcement, the biggest piece of it was about Facebook wanting to make sure that the users, not the businesses that have their pages, are having meaningful interactions. And so this past Monday, I put on a pop-up workshop on Facebook Live marketing because one of the strongest ways for your page to be visible on Facebook is to use Facebook Live. I'm not gonna keep talking about Facebook Live with this particular Spa Business Break, but I just wanted to kind of walk you through why that is going to be such a strong tool to use in your marketing, especially using Facebook. There's a second best way to try to get meaningful conversations going, get meaningful engagement, and that's what I want to talk to you about today. Is not doing Facebook Live marketing, but how can you create some of your posts in order to get more meaningful engagement? Because it's that piece of meaningful engagement that Facebook will reward you for. So what that also means is, as far as what meaningful engagement is people commenting on your post and not just doing a quick like or a heart or a smiley face or whatever, but actually writing out longer comments. Those are the posts that are going to keep getting bumped into people's news feeds, and their friends are going to be seeing those because they'd be commenting on them. So how do you find and create regular posts that create meaningful engagement? Well, I've got three points here for you today. So the first one is you need to curate the content, put together content. And I find this is one of those places where a lot of spa owners get stuck because they don't know what to post. So a way to curate content on a regular basis is to use, and in your own personal newsfeed, is to use that saved function. So when you see a post, you can go into the upper corner and do the little tap the little arrow, and then it gives you a whole bunch of options. In there is an option to save that post. But I want to step back one little step, and in order to be able to find great posts to share on your page, one of the only ways that you're going to be able to see content from people that you want to follow, businesses that you want to follow, influencers that you want to follow, is to make sure you go to their pages and hit the see first, so that they show up in your newsfeed all the time. Every time you open your newsfeed, they're going to show up there as your see first. So I personally do this to make sure I'm getting the content that I want to see from the brands, from the influencers that I know and respect and like their content. So I make sure I'm not missing anything from them. So I'm curious as to who's already using that particular see first function. I also use it if I'm new to a brand and I want to get to know them better. I'll write out, and if I go through their page and I look at their stuff and think it's pretty interesting and I want to get to know them better, I will use the see first function for probably a good month to check out what they're posting, how consistently they're posting, the quality of the content they're posting, and then I make a decision whether I want to keep seeing their stuff first or not. So let me know who's already using that see first function for the pages that you want to be getting information for. Okay, the second piece as far as how to find and post meaningful content is to so first is to follow those brands and to use the see first, and the second one is to use that save function. Now, one of the interesting pieces that Facebook has added as far as functionality to your saved files is you can now use create categories. So I have tons of saved content on my Facebook saved file, but because some of it's for recipes, a lot of it's for personal stuff, but some of it I want to make sure I have for business. So use the category function to organize the content that you are saving. Who's using that? I've just started using the categories function, so I'm curious as to who's already on the roll as far as using all of these great Facebook features that make your marketing content curation so much easier. All right, so the last piece of advice that I'd like to share with you as far as finding and posting meaningful content has to do with the time you're ready to post. And this is where I see a lot of spa Facebook pages dropping the ball a lot, and that is in the description of your shared post. So what I mean by that is quite often spas are not willing to voice their opinion, a strong opinion, about what they think about that particular share. Maybe it has to do with a skincare line, maybe it has to do with particular services, but it makes a difference in the description what you're posting. If you're writing something kind of vague and general, you're going to get vague and general comments, if anything. But if you choose to post a shared article and you give your opinion about that article and stand strong in that opinion, that starts the ability to start creating more engagement. Take it a step further, share your opinion and ask a question. So I've got different questions that you can use to prompt engagement. One of them is to just simply ask your tribe in this post, what do you think? What's your opinion? You've shared your opinion, ask what their opinion is. Another question is to ask, what's your experience? You've shared your opinion, you've shared your experience as a professional. Ask your tribe, what is their experience, to get that conversation going. And lastly, you can ask the question of, how would you react? Again, it's just starting to get some engagement going, and not just engagement of like a thumbs up, but these questions are asking people to elicit a more meaningful conversation. So it doesn't have to be complicated. It just means that you need to put a little bit of thought behind your posting, as well as some organizational skills in order to create and curate content that's easy to share. So it's going to take some time for businesses, not just in the spa industry, but all businesses who are using Facebook as a marketing tool, as a visibility tool, to start learning how to get better engagement. Because once you have better engagement, you will get better reach. So if you aren't comfortable doing Facebook Lives, which is the best way to get that meaningful engagement, the next best way is to follow this little list of to-dos for any other posts. And that could be shared articles, shared videos, maybe it's just a shared image, but putting some more thought into your description and a question at the end to prompt some engagement. All right, if you have any questions, feel free to connect with me. I'm also curious as to how you feel about putting your opinion in a post, because sometimes that's hard for estheticians and spa owners. They kind of worry that they're going to be judged by other spas who are looking at their content. I know because I've heard that from a lot of people wanting to create and put their own opinion, but feeling not very confident with their peers. It really seems to be where that little gap is. So, but when you state your opinion, when you put a stake in the sand about what you believe, what you know is true, that starts solidifying your position as an expert in whatever your niche is. Okay, that is it for me for Spa Business Break. We did the Facebook Live marketing workshop training on Monday. And if you join me on Monday for that workshop, you've got your Q&A coaching call coming up on Tuesday. And I will be posting in Spa Business Mastery group. You are very welcome to join that Facebook group if you're an esthetician or spa owner. But I will be posting on that group on Monday a prompt for your question if you can't make the Tuesday Q&A call live. So expect to see a post there Monday morning, as well as a tag if you are in the workshop, have been in the workshop, just to make sure that you don't miss that opportunity. All right, I just want to swipe to see if it's a quiet day today. I'm hoping everybody's super busy with their clients today, and that you'll be coming back on when the recording is on. All right, have a great week, and we'll see you next Thursday for another Spa Business Break at 12 p.m. Pacific. See ya.